All right, here we go. Let's talk about number 5. Number 5, I'm giving my reference angle of 37. So I'm going to label my sides O, H, and A. How do I know to use trig? That's a great question. Here's how I know. Because I'm only given one side and one angle. And this angle 37 is not a 30, 60, 90. It's not 45, 45, 90, right? It's 37. It's a random number. So that tells me, oh, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, SOHCAHTOA. So I'm going to choose to solve for x first. You can solve for whatever you want first. I'm going to choose to solve for x, and then I'm going to have to use the 12. So I'm using O and A, which means I'm using tangent. So tangent of 37 equals O, which is x, over A, which is 12. Put this over 1, cross multiply. X equals 12 times the tangent of 37. Now, if you don't have a graphing calculator or scientific calculator, that's totally fine. I would use Desmos. The link is posted on our Schoology page for you, and you're just going to plug it in just like you see. 12 times the tangent, which is underneath this big block, the tangent, oh my goodness, 12 times the tangent of 37, close it, 9.04. So I got x equals 9.04. Well, now that I know that x is 9.04, I can use trig again using h and a, or I can just do the Pythagorean theorem and say that 12 squared plus 9.04 squared equals x squared, which 12 squared is 144, 9.04 squared is something big, but you get 225. What is that? 72 equals x squared. Why am I using x? This should be y. I apologize for that. Square root both sides. Y is about 15.02. Now, you know that you're not supposed to simplify the radical because it's a decimal. It's 225.72. If it was just 225, it'd be a perfect square, which is 15. It's 225.72. I just use the decimal. All right, let's try number 6. Okay, this is a 40-degree angle, not a 45. It's a 40. So since it's 40, I have to use trig again. Label my side O, H, and then A is the one that's left over. Oh, I'm gonna find, what do I do in the review packet? I'm gonna find E first, so I'm gonna use O and H. So I chose to find E first, so I'm gonna use O and H. So I'm gonna say the sine of my reference angle 40 equals E over 7.6. Put this over 1, cross multiply. E equals 7.6 times the sine of 40. So let's put this in our Desmos calculator. 7.6 times sine of 40. 4.89. Is that what I rounded to? Good. 4.89. So E equals 4.89. And again, I could use trig one more time to help me solve for F, or I can do the Pythagorean theorem, and I'm going to choose to do that and say that F squared plus 4.09 squared equals 7.6 squared. If I do 7.6 squared minus 4.9 squared, so I'll show you. I don't have the actual numbers, but I know that F squared ends up equaling 33.8479. Square root both sides. F equals 5.82. Now, excuse me. Now, how did I get this 33? I can literally do 7.6 squared squared minus 4.09 squared. And there's the 41. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to be 89. There's a 33.847. Also, the best thing about this Desmos is I can just click when I made that mistake. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're on to number 7 and 8. 7 and 8. We're going to use trig again. All right, so I'm going to label my side O, H, A, but you'll recognize in number 7 that I have 3 side lengths. Okay, so basically I'm just going to pick which one I want to do. All right, I can do tangent, I can do cosine, I can do sine, it doesn't matter. All right, so what did I do in the review peg? I did tangent, so I'm going to go tangent of G equals 12 over 35. And remember, since we're finding a missing angle, we're using the inverse trig function, which, if you're using Desmos, is on the second tab. So I'm going to go 12 over 35, 12 over 35. I click function, tangent inverse, go back to main. Whoops. We are struggling. 12 divided by 35. Enter. 18.92. Is that what I got? Good. G equals 18.92 degrees. And to find F, I just do 180 minus 90 minus 18.92. I could use trig again, but make your life easier to solve this right triangle and just subtract it from 180. Remember, all triangles, angles in all of our triangles, their sum is 180 degrees. All right, let's keep going. We're back. We're going to find J now. All right, I'm going to find J. I have my side O, H, and A. You recognize in this one now, I only have 2 side lengths. Okay, I only have 2 side lengths. So I have to use O and H, which means I have to use side, So I use side of J equals O, which is 9, over H, which is 14. So J equals the sine inverse of 9 over 14. So let's go to our Desmos calculator. Sine inverse of 9 divided by 14. 40.005 or 40.01. J equals 40.01 degrees. It's really not 40 in here. It's about 2 times that in here right now. I'll tell you what. It's about like 100 degrees or maybe 80 degrees. Maybe 80.02 degrees. Oh, man. You know, when you make enough of these videos, you just like gotta find weird ways to entertain yourself. Interesting ways. There's K, JK, that's K. Let's keep going. Okay. We got 9 and 10, and then I'm gonna pause it. Actually, no, I'm gonna pause it here.